What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, you guys are last but not least on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your reading. All right. We're going to start one from the top for your present, one from the bottom for your past energy, okay? And then one energetically from the middle for your future energy, okay? So we'll turn over the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is, okay? So in a moment. Now, let's see what's going on with you guys, Aries. We have the World in your present. We have the Queen of Cups in your past. And then we have the King of Wands, okay, facing directly towards this Queen of Cups, okay? King of Wands, all right? Very powerful, passionate energy, okay? So let's get here with this World card, okay? The World, it looks like in this deck is like an atom, okay? And so it's encased in a circle, all right? And so we're talking about whenever the World shows up is a form of completion, okay? Now for you, it's presently something is getting completed, okay? Maybe a decision you've made, maybe something's like ever changing in your world, okay? Or in your life, as I'm seeing all this movement, you know, around this atom, okay? And so that is what's going on in your present, all right? Which is a good thing, okay? Next, we have the Queen of Cups, okay? Queen of Cups in your past energy. Aries, you could have been in this energy in the sense of kind of controlling your emotions, all right? That is usually what both the Queen and King of Cups do, okay? The King of Cups is more a mature energy in the sense of sharing, you know, how they feel, but within reason. Queen of Cups is good at hiding her emotions, as you see the kind of starry night and things of that nature behind her. Okay, she's very mature and just as composed as the King of Cups is. Okay, but a little bit more mysterious, if you will. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. All right, future placement here, energy with this King of Wands, okay? King of Wands, like I said, very determined, very passionate, okay? Definite, what I say goes type vibe, okay? Is kind of like the future energy, okay? Now, it could be your energy, kind of your masculine energy, if you will, okay? Which, you know, don't get offended by it. It's all about energy. It's not about sexual gender or anything like that, okay? Because as I've said, we all have that within us, okay? So it's either you with that definitive energy, which Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sag, okay? So you're in there, okay? And so you may be balancing it out as I'm seeing here with this Queen of Cups and this King of Wands, okay? You're kind of merging the two energies together within yourself for some of you Aries, and kind of balancing each, okay, of being kind of like a provider but also a nurturer, holding back on some things as you need to, kind of knowing when to pick and choose your battles on certain situations, okay? That's for some of you. For others of you, it could be in reference to a relationship that you have, a partnership, and I'm just kind of still looking at these two cards together. Basically a partnership where, you know, There's a masculine energy that is very strong, very definitive, is able to make decisions when you are just the voice of reason, okay? And so it actually balances out in that yin and yang type of vibe, okay? So let's move on to the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is with this energy. And we have the Princess of Swords, okay? Princess of Swords was underneath Aquarius's Three of Hearts, okay, in their reading. So you either have one of those signs around you or you have that um, energy within your chart, okay, in your birth chart, all right? So, Princess of Swords. Now, this could be a family dynamic in a sense of maybe another member of the family maybe speaking up on something, okay, with this Princess of Swords being here, okay. Or it could be you, Aries, kind of going a little bit back and forth. This is air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay. So Aquarius kind of trickling in a little bit here, like I said before. And so it could be a situation of this person or someone in your energy shining a light on some things or giving some additional opinions. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into clarifying. So we have one from the top for the World card, we have one from the bottom for the Queen of Cups, and then we have one energetically from the middle for the King of Wands. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to verify or clarify the Princess of Swords. Okay, so we have the Lovers. Okay, we have Two of Voices underneath the Queen of Cups. And then we have the Three of Voices, okay, underneath the King of Wands. All right, so Three of Voices coming in, okay, which is the Three of Swords. Again, trickling over from Aquarius, so you guys might be attached, okay, or connected, if you will, okay. So the World with the Lovers, okay, the World with the Lovers. Some form of completion in a sense of maybe a phase within your relationship, okay, is what I'm feeling, okay. It doesn't have to mean a completion in the sense of being over or anything like that. I think there's some form of growth of some sort, okay, that is presently occurring within your relationship, okay, a particular phase, all right. What that phase is totally up to you. It could be the phase of children moving out or blending families, whatever the case may be. Some form of completion is happening, okay? A cycle is ending, okay, within the dynamic of a relationship, okay? And so maybe it could be, like I said, this the duality of your relationship, one being the decision maker, the other being the voice of reason, like I said, okay? Maybe those roles are switching, okay, in a sense, okay? Um, let's get into this past energy. Past energy is here with the Two of Voices, okay? Two of Voices meaning Two of Swords, okay? More air energy is here, okay? And so, like I said, in the past, you could have had a decision or feeling a little bit indecisive, okay, about what you wanted to do. In this Two of Voices, there is the doorway here that this person is walking towards. However, you have this kind of like split, like kind of like an X going upward into this person all the way up here, okay? And so per your dream catcher read, if you have not seen it, by all means, please do. You got the Two of Wands, okay, in that one. Two of Wands is usually talking about embarking on a journey. And within that Dreamcatcher read, we talked about you having two doorways to choose. So within this Two of Voices that you received, Two of Swords, you are now in a situation where you've possibly made your decision, okay? And within making that decision, you are now a little bit indecisive on whether or not it was the right choice to make, okay? It could have been in reference to a change of things, maybe within your household or within the dynamic of your relationship. Whatever the case may be, you know, getting where you fit in. You know your situation better than I do, okay? So because I'm not going to dive, you know, totally deep into it. I try to make these, you know, as informative, but you know, try not to go too far in, okay? So they're not as long. But nonetheless, you're possibly, you know, wondering, or in the past was wondering if it was the right thing to do, okay? It could have been or could be in relation to your relationship, okay? With this world card, all right? Maybe it's a healing of your dynamic with your person, okay? From things that had occurred in the past, okay? Again, a total of a lot of things. We'll get to that later in the week, okay, if it comes up, all right? So, future energy is this King of Wands with the Three of Voices, which is the Three of Swords. Okay, like I said, coming up yet again, back to back, but in different ways in the clarifying deck instead of the main deck used here. Okay, I feel as though with this Three of Voices, it usually, of course, is talking about some form of despair or sorrow, okay, about something, okay. It could be a occurrence of maybe either this King of Wands making the wrong decision, okay, or maybe not being fair, okay. I'm hearing or feeling a form of fairness, okay, too much pressure possibly on someone, and not enough pressure on another, okay, is possibly what is causing this despair, okay. In doing so with this decision, and it's crazy how you have the Two of Voices increasing to Three of Swords, Two of Swords going to Three of Swords, okay. And so possibly maybe letting this King of Wands kind of have too much reign over, maybe caused a little bit of a disruption elsewhere, okay, as far as this completion coming in, okay. So that's just for some of you. Like I said, this is more of a positive situation with the World card, with a cycle being completed, which is a good thing for some of you. For others of you, it may have caused a little bit of a disturbance, okay. And so nothing that can't be talked over, okay, is what I'm feeling. Now, let's look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is in clarifying this Princess of Swords, which is strength, okay? Strength is here with the Princess of Swords, and you do have the Ace of Pentacles underneath that, okay? So some form of an offer, okay? An offer in a sense of, I don't think it's, you know, for some it may be finances. Others of you, I think it's just important information, okay? Something of value in the sense of understanding, if you will, okay? Underneath that Princess of Swords. We do have the Two of Emotions underneath the Strength card. I just wanted to peek to see, but there is a need of kind of shedding a light on something, and the Two of Cups is talking about possibly another conversation between two people, you and someone else, okay, in regards to possibly this current situation that you're in right now, okay, and trying to possibly have the strength to come to you. I don't think that this Princess of Swords is you, unless, you know, you're kind of reverted back to, you know, being a little bit unsure about saying something, okay? Because it's like you don't want to be a hypocrite, or you don't want to contradict yourself in the sense of talking with this King of Wands, okay? Or having a conversation with someone in regards to maybe them going a little bit too far, or whatever the case may be, okay? And so you have to have that inner strength to be able to kind of shed light on something, okay? And that's for a specific few of you, Aries, okay? Others of you, like I said, it could be someone else trying to come forth and have some strength to shed some light on something. They may have some information for you that you need to kind of take heed to, okay? So let's go into the Heart Oracle to get your final decision, okay, for Aries. Final decision or advice for Aries. Final decision and advice for Aries. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this by threes. And we're going to refer to the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have giving and receiving. Okay, giving and receiving. This one comes out occasionally from time to time since I started doing these readings. Okay, we have the number 6 here. We have 4 sets of hands with hearts around them. Okay, it is just as much of importance, you know, that give and you shall receive. Okay, sometimes it's better to give than receive in some occasions. Okay, and so it's talking about, again, kind of family, partnership, things of that nature. Whenever I see 6, it's talking about reevaluating, okay? And there could be something that you're missing within your dynamic as far as information is concerned, Aries, and you may need to take a step back and, you know, reevaluate some things, okay? So let's see, page 87. For you guys, okay, giving and receiving, your keywords here are, and you are, of course, have awaiting results at the bottom of this, okay? So when this card, I'm sorry, your keywords, I totally skipped that again. Balance, reward, share, and ask, okay? Balance, reward, share, and ask. When this card appears, relationships take on a loving, balanced energy. You've worked hard to understand yourself and others, and now it's paying off. You're being rewarded with joy and fulfillment. Is there someone in your life who could benefit from what you've learned around matters of the heart? Take some time to share your insights. Be careful though. Don't try to solve people's problems. Just be a mentor. Also, look for other ways that you can be of assistance to those around you. But be sure to give only what you can and no more. Okay? In the spirit of balance, be open to receiving support and inspiration from other people. The universe is waiting to help you. You're blessed at this time and will receive additional favors if you ask for what you still need. Trust that you will receive it. Okay? So, in doing so, it will mean that you have to await results. Okay? If you're looking for some assistance from someone, you will have to, you know, let them do what they need to do. Please don't pressure people, okay, or rush people because you need something in a certain time frame, okay, or you expect them to get it to you as soon as they say, oh, okay, I can do that for you, but never give you a time frame, okay. If that be the case, then ask them at that point in time if it is in their ability to help you, and if so, how long may it take, okay? And once you ask, let it go. Once they give you that and they say, oh, it might take me about 2 weeks, then give them those 2 weeks. Okay, they have your contact information, they will get back to you. You just have to be patient. Okay, another thing you also have to consider, Aries, is that when you're asking someone to do something for you with the time that they have to do it for you, okay, you have to consider that they may have other things to do. And on top of that, depending on when you need the actual, item or whatever the case may be, you should possibly, work on your time management as far as kind of getting ahead of the curve, okay? Such as, bringing it up in conversation that you may need their assistance for something, and want to gauge, what their schedule looks like, things of that nature, before you ask, and how long something may take. Like if someone's providing you with a service, okay? So if someone's providing you with a service that possibly you should get your inquiry in about maybe a month in advance, then to then plan to ask a month in advance before the time that you actually need it, okay? So it's all about working and learning good time management, okay? So that's for someone, it's not for everybody, all right? And if you didn't know, now it's a lesson, okay? So let's get into your power of surrender, all right? Which is your final message of support before we wrap up your reading, okay? You do the same, and we shuffle 3 times, and then we cut by 3, okay? I'm going to do one more. I think that was my third, but I just like to make sure. All right, so let's go ahead and cut by 3. And at the bottom of the deck, Aries, you have surrender your desire to control people. Surrender your desire to control people. Okay? It says being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, like I said earlier with the 6 coming up, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay? Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay? Surrender to controlling people. Aries, I will say this, okay, in reference to that, because I've experienced it a lot in my life. People that seek to control others obviously have no control in their own life, okay? They seek control because things feel out of control in their own lives. They have no say-so in their own world, okay? And so they seek control over others, which then makes them feel, good in a sense of, oh, finally I have some control over something, okay? Not saying that you do it intentionally, okay? But, and not saying that all people do it intentionally, but that is something that I've noticed and observed in a lot of people that are around me, okay? Is when they're out of control, they seek to control something else, okay? And sometimes control something that's not even theirs to control, okay? And so you have to be very mindful of doing that. Okay, seek control in your own life before you try to control someone else's. Okay, and it's just good and emotional intelligence. All right, so with that being said, Aries, that's really all that I have for you guys today. We have 2 more readings this week, so until then, peace.